How's it everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to throw in a new sunroof in your E36. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. I'll try to help out. Let's get started. Okay, for these front pillars, pull them towards yourself and downwards to avoid breaking the plastic clips. It's very fragile plastic, so it might break. The whole car has no clips at this point, let's be honest. It's the same thing for the rears. Pull them towards the center of the car and to the back windshield. To remove these seats, all you do, top corner, pull. Let's do these first. Same with this one. This side there's also a clip, pull it out. Yeah, there's two long metal tabs from the corners of this rear bench. Make sure you don't scratch your seat with them, eh? So same with the rest of the car and the clips. I've destroyed the headliner in this car, so the back actually doesn't slot in nicely in the sheet metal. So I've just drilled some tiny holes into the sheet metal, and that's why there's little screws here holding it on. Barely noticeable, and just keeps it up there. This thing usually has a few clips up front, left and right. I've destroyed all of them, and that's why I use two little screws with holes drilled into the metal frame above to secure everything. Okay everyone, to do this properly and remove the B pillar so that you can take the headliner out without bending it in the middle to get it past this center part. Take this cap off, undo that nut. Once you have that off, you want to get that pin out, push it in with a screwdriver or something small, and this button will come out. Once the button is out, you can then feed this through the panel and you can just pull this whole thing. This whole assembly can just come right out. You will have to remove the driver's seat to do this. 2 bolts in the front, 2 bolts in the back, and this one to remove the headliner properly. And you should have enough room to wiggle it out. So screw. That is a little bit of a pain. You want to throw some foam onto the end of the sunroof tab here. If there's no foam on it, it'll just rattle the fiberglass of the sunroof between the metal of the front of the car and create a disgusting noise, especially if you have bass or you drive on any surface that is mildly rough. Manually moving the sunroof, and I'm going to be turning it until it's almost touching inside here, so the roof on the top has just dropped a little, just past this little lip, so about 1 centimeter or 1/2 centimeter down, and that allows you to shift this whole thing back, and that's when you can undo these bolts again, manually move and tilt the sunroof up, because this won't be affected by it anymore. Undo these two, remove the panel. Now, Torx, undo it, take the pin out, same on that side. Yeah. Once that is done, this will come out, and I'm going to leave this out because then we're going to move this headliner forward, and we're going to undo the Torx on the other side from the roof, looking down through the sunroof hole to undo the headliner. Once that's undone, we can take the headliner, the whole metal thing out, and then we can strip it off, clean it, and put a nice fresh piece of material on it. It'll look amazing. So, now that we have it out, all we do is just pull this out. There we go. Okay, so while you have the sunroof panel off, it's a good time to check your slider clips and the rest of the mechanism in there, because sometimes it's pretty cuck, you know, after 20 plus years of being opened and closed and jammed on things. If you do have broken slider clips, I do have a 3D printed files that I'll be sharing in a few days, hopefully. Gently flatten this thing out. Doesn't matter if it's black, checker flagged, whatever. As long as it looks nice, throw it onto your panel. Also, after many years of operation, your grease in your sunroof is probably trashed. So just clean it out a little with a rag and some degreaser of sorts. You can even use compressed air. Make sure to put some new grease in there, either lithium grease or silicone grease. It's just something to lube everything up. Everything's better when it's slippery, eh? The whole time you want to be using an Allen key instead of the motor, so that you have a better control of what you're doing. Once the sunroof is in the horizontal position, this is where you will be adjusting the height of the corners of the sunroof, making sure that the middle of the sunroof is at the desired height. You can then adjust the left and right to be flush with the rest of the roof. It'll always be a little bit different if you are changing out the sunroof, so make sure to check that. So if you imagine your sunroof is open, the long turn of the gear indicates that the sunroof is now closing back to horizontal, and the short turn of the gear indicates that the sunroof is now tilting. You want to install it between the long turn of the gear and the short turn of the gear. So once you have everything assembled, use the exact same procedure I showed earlier of how to slide the headliner back. Then tilt the sunroof about 1/2 centimeter and it should allow you to move the headliner back forward. If the headliner does contact anything or doesn't want to move forward past another certain point, just move the sunroof using the Allen key a little up or a little down and it should give you access. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. I hope this helped quite a few of you install sunroofs in your E36s. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. I will be doing some other videos later on this channel, such as 3D printed parts, such as this gear knob, things for the sunroof such as slider clips. I'm planning some other content on some other maintenance items for this car and my other 350Z. So follow, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep following my videos. Hit the bell so you're notified as soon as I upload, and hit like if you like the video. I hope to see you guys soon, and take care everyone. Cheers.